Welcome back to the show. We're now joined by Charles Tarbey from Century 21. Welcome, Charles. You look full of beans.
Chris,
the property market must be going off. You must have a lot of happy agents out there.
Look, you know, there are some they're still getting too excited. I heard Tom earlier on. He's having a great time because he's in a fantastic location.
He's got to work for it. He's working until 6 o'clock tomorrow.
But he's one of the best when it comes to auctions. So he's in the best location for auctions, and he's a great auctioneer. So he's doing well. But he's put himself there, hasn't he? At the end of the day. Yeah, we talked about the auction clearance rates before, and we said that they'd sit. And they have. They're 68.3% average this week, even after everybody predicted all of those auctions coming in. It's not about the numbers of auctions, it's about the conversion. So you can get a whole lot of them coming in there, but really at the end of the day they've still got to sell. So 68.3 was the national average. Sydney came in at 76, that was the best one, followed by Melbourne at 68.1. And Adelaide still up there, 54.4, but Brisbane, 40%. At this time last year it was 30%. So at the moment Brisbane is one of my picks, and I want to ask John quickly, if I can, about something to do with the median price. Now in Sydney it's around 700 right now?
No, it's $500. The median value is $500 off 750,000.
No. In Sydney.
Sydney. It's $500 off being $750,000.
Thank you. So it's up in the sevens, right. That's where we started. We end up finishing in the same place. And Brisbane's in the mid-fours.
Yes, you're right.
Is that right?
445.
So we're back to the good old days, where you can sell a property in Sydney, go up to Brisbane, buy the same home, have money left over, and do things. And I think that's the trend that's going to start. So I'm keeping my eye very closely on Brisbane.
What about Melbourne and Hobart?
We haven't got time, John. We haven't got time with them this week.
So Tom's talking about lots more homes coming on the market. Are you seeing that?
Not yet, no. It's still negative territory, 0.99%. It was positive for quite a few weeks, but 0.99 negative for the last week. So there are properties coming on for auction. But you see, these are pre-planned 3, 4, 5 weeks ago, so he might be doing the auctions today of the stock we were talking about. So in the last week, it's slowed down again.
So there's certainly a time lag between your information and Tom.
Well, our information is in real time today, based on properties that are advertised.
And Tom's 4 weeks behind.
Well, I'm not going to say that. I can't say that. He's my mate. It's pretty good, though. It's pretty good out there.
Okay. And what about residential rents?
Can I just quickly touch
Sure.
on New Zealand is an area that we should talk about. We started talking about it before because they are ahead of us in their cycle. So it's really important to watch them. They're 10% up roughly in their stock today over this time last month, and over 2.5% over this time last week. So they're in a very different cycle right now. They're in a good negotiating cycle, which is a cycle that I believe as real estate agents we want to be in. We don't want to be in the boom. We want to be in that negotiating cycle, and that's where they are. And I think it's a good time for them to start working as real estate practitioners. So, sorry, back to rents.
Yep.
Rents are good, 12.46% in Sydney, 7.05 in Adelaide, and 18.21 in Melbourne. So they're still floating. We're talking about a level there, and it's 12.57% on my stats. These are the three capital cities that I use. It's been flatlined pretty much for the last 5, 6, 7 weeks, Chris. So there is a pattern happening.
So what's
there.
the growth, is it?
Yeah, it's growth since this time last January, John.
January 12th.
But they're sitting, it's flatlining, so it is very noticeable.
It's falling the graph, that red figure.
It's noticeable.
Anyway,
it's
very quickly, so the vacancy rate as well.
Being told. Okay, easy stuff of the vacancy rate. Sydney 2.6%, Melbourne 3.29, and Perth 5.96. That's been climbing, so overall, Chris, 3.95% across the nation on those three capital cities.
Wonderful. Great to see both of you guys. It's good to see that the property market's going steady without bubbling, and everyone seems to be reasonably happy.
Yeah.
Good to see you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on the show as well at home. Until next week, I'm Chris Gray. Good night.